Melbourne-based Erebus Motorsport unveiled their new liveries and driver lineups to the public at the Young Timers Gararge in outer suburban Melbourne. 2025 drivers Cooper Murray and the returning Jack LeBrock unveiled the new look, and team sponsors Chico and Tyre Power. After some impressive wildcard appearances for Triple Eight Racing in 2024, Murray is looking forward to his first full-season Australian Supercar drive.
Last year, so after Darwin, the wild card, I got a text from Barry saying how good of the weekend it was and how he really thought I come into my own there. And then we started the conversations at the Supercars Sydney round, just a general chat in the truck. And from there onwards, it's sort of all happened quite quickly, to be honest. He wanted me there as a driver, and I wanted to be here, and here we are now.
You, of course, you mentioned the wild card. I mean, you had that relationship with Triple Eight, I mean, who are obviously one of the top team. Yeah. How did you sort of weigh up the decision?
I already knew that the wildcard program is every year they rotate a driver, so they bring fresh talent into the sport. So I knew I had my one opportunity there to really prove what I can do, and if it wasn't for Super Cheap and Triple Eight, I probably wouldn't be in this position now today, giving this speech about my 2025 main game full-time debut. So it's a big credit to them to showcase, or for me to showcase what I can do in the car, and yeah, we did that.
So how does it all come together? I mean, you mentioned Barry has sent you a text. Is it that simple, or I mean, or after they get to that stage, there's interest. Where does it go to from there? Is it like your people can talk to my people, or is it very much still a one-on-one thing between you and Barry and Triple Eight?
It was very much between just me and Barry. I have got management team, but I decided me and Barry would work it out the best way and move forward. Me and Barry have known each other for a long time. Our families have known each other. So Dad and Barry grew up racing go-karts together, and they're old mans, knew each other. So the connection goes back a long way. Barry gave me my first ever drive in a supercar and in a Gen 3. So the connection goes a fair way back, and we just sat down, talked about it, signed the contract, and that was it.
Mm-hmm. So, obviously, a couple of weeks' time, you're heading up to Sydney for the opening round. What's your expectations for the year? I mean, in the short term, you get to the end of the year. What's a good year for you?
I think if we go out there and execute the best we can every weekend, that would be a positive. Obviously, it's still my first year, but I don't really feel like a rookie, to be honest. So I think if we roll out strong, we can definitely contend for the final series. That's what my plan and the team plan is as well. But to do that, we just got to go out there and execute the best we can every weekend and put our best foot forward.
Mm-hmm. What about the long term? I mean, over the years we've spoken to so many young drivers, and they all say the same thing. I mean, we want to go to supercars. Well, now you're at supercars. Yep. Obviously, the next step is you want to win races, you want to win big races, you want to win a championship. But you're only really young. I mean, is that where it stands, or is there something after supercars?
At the moment, it's just I want to win. That's it. I'm here. I've worked so hard to get into supercars, and I'd like to think myself as one of the most competitive people on the grid. So I just want to go out there and win, do the best I can, and my focus is here in supercars for as far as I can see.
And what about the personal situation? I mean, the team is obviously based here in Victoria. I mean, are you down here with them, or is it just a sort of a fly-in, fly-out arrangement?
No, so I've always been based here in Melbourne, so it works out really well. Spend a couple of days at the workshop every week with the team, and just make sure we really bond and create a really good team environment where everyone's having fun and loving their racing.
How important is that? I mean, it was something that Gary Rogers, I know, used to say was very important for him and his team in terms of you being, not just flying in and being the person in the game, but having, knowing all of your crew members, knowing their wives and families and their birthdays and all the rest of it.
Yep.
How important do you think that is?
Oh, it is so important. One thing I probably learnt was the person of that was Scott McLaughlin. You'd hear the stories about how he built the whole DJR Penske team around him, and they would worship him and do anything they wanted for him, anything he asked. So that bonding with the team is so important, and it goes unnoticed a lot of the time by some drivers, and I look to sort of do like what Scotty did, be really one with the team and have fun and enjoy every weekend going racing.
Well, I hope you do enjoy the weekend. Best of luck for both this year and for the rest of your hopefully long supercar career. But for now, Cooper Murray, thanks for joining us in Pit Lane.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
If you enjoyed this video, why not subscribe to the In Pit Lane YouTube channel? It's free, so at least the price is right. And remember to hit that notification bell icon so that you can be alerted every time we get a rush of blood to the head and upload another video or go live.